Hello and very warm welcome to RAFLIMS. This is Farooq Hussain, and today we are going to learn an important topic in cataloging and metadata management series. It's RDA. We all know RDA is an abbreviation of resource, description, and access. But what is RDA? RDA is one of the cataloging codes. What does it mean by cataloging code? It's not actually a metadata scheme. It's not actually an encoding schema. It is a set of rules to perform descriptive cataloging of digital and traditional information resources. So it has a flexible framework for content description of digital and emerging database technologies. It's actually a mean to reach the internet user and also serve the need of traditional user. And it's primarily used by librarians and libraries. We all know that, and RDA is designed to replace the Anglo American Cataloging Rules 2, the ACR 2, and designed by the Joint Steering Committee, including the ALA, American Library Association, LOC, its Library of Congress, and ACOC, CLIP, and CCC. RDA is actually not a new thing. It's issued in 2010 as a part of RDA Toolkits, a subscription based online product. It's available on this website. It's rdatoolkit.org and also available in loose leaf format. So the structure is actually based on the conceptual model of FRBR. It's actually functional requirement for bibliographic record and based on WEMI. So it's designed for RDA, it's actually designed for everyone, not for Anglos and Americans, and it's pretty different with ACR. And we all know ACR2 is most used with card cataloging format to perform the cataloging of traditional resources, but through mark tag, the mark format, it's also used to perform the cataloging of digital resources. But ACR2 is not actually for digital resources, so therefore RDA has replaced the ACR2 to perform the cataloging of digital resources and as a mean to internet user. Whereas MARC is actually the cataloging format, encoding schema, similar like the card cataloging format. So whatever within MARC is through ACR2 or through RDA. RDA is associated with most of the MARC tag. So I will tell you later in the same video. So you can subscribe RDA through RDA Toolkit as I was giving the address in the last slide. So you can subscribe RDA if you want to perform the cataloging through RDA. So you can subscribe RDA through RDA Toolkits, and there are 3,000 subscribers around the world and 8,000 users around the world, and it's using in 60 countries. This is some old data from the RDA Toolkits website. So there are few new vocabularies, the terminologies in cataloging. In ACR2, we use the chief source of information. The chief source of information is replaced by preferred source of information in RDA. Area is now element. Main entry is now preferred access point. Edited entry is now access point. Uniform title is now preferred title for a work or conventional collective title. Heading is now authorized access point, and the C references are now variant access point. So, and similar, the physical description is now carrier in RDA, and the sound disk is now audio disk. Author is now creator, including composer and the lyrics or whatever. Performer is now contributor, and there is no more GMD. And there are three new fields in RDA. It's content type, media type, and the carrier type. So the basic principle of RDA is actually the transcribe what you see, accept what you get. There is no rule for capitalization, and there are fewer abbreviations, more words, misspellings are transcribed as written. So we have one title. Let me perform this. So there you can see the title is Dictionary of Islam. Islam in capital words. It's mythology, folklore, philosophy, literature, and history by Dr. Abdullah Ahmad Khan and Rashid Samad from the University of Karachi. This is actually one of the fake titles. So if we perform the cataloging, if we write this title in ACR2 according to ACR2 rules in mark format, we don't have card right now, so we will perform the cataloging in mark. So let me write one mark tag for title. It's 245 for the title, and then we have a new field is actually mark new field is start from the equal sign, and then we have tags, and then we have indicators. There are two indicators, 1 2, or you can write 14 1 4 or whatever as per your requirement. So there are two indicators, a double backslash and then the plus double plus sign or the dollar sign as delimiter and the subfield code. This is actually something mark. This is not RDA or ACR2. So it's actually mark. If you want to learn more about mark structure, so you can see the I button upside, and there's a video mark structure, and you can watch the video and you can learn about the mark structure. So see the I button. Now how we write the title, it's Dictionary of Islam, then semicolon, the colon, it's ontology, I'm sorry for slow writing, but this is actually the requirement. Philosophy and philosophy. After philosophy we have literature. Sorry, I couldn't see this. Literature and history. Now the title has end, and then we put again one delimiter from the mark and the subfield code. We have talked about the mark and the mark structure in the last video, and then we write the title, the author name, statement of responsibility here. This is Abdullah Ahmad Khan. We are not writing author here, we are writing the statement of responsibility with title. The statement of responsibility is also author. Rashid Samad, the second author, and that's all. So this is the way to write in ACR2. But when we start cataloging in RDA format, we just need to write the mark tag, it's 245, and then indicators, double indicators, double backslash is actually one indicator and second indicator, and then dollar sign and the subfield code. This is mark structure. Remember, this is mark structure. It's not RDA. And then we just copy the whole title as it is, and there's no need to change this title, and let me paste it. That's all. And just copy the same title, and there's no need to change like this. I mean, the Islam capitalization, there's no need to change this. I mean, mythology M words and F folklore F. We just copy and paste this. Similar. I mean, it's quite simple. And then the dollar sign is actually the delimiter. In US keyboard layout, we use dollar sign, and there's also used double plus sign as delimiter in mark. So, and then subfield code is C, and then author as it is with the institution. So that's all. See the difference between ACR2 and the RDA. In RDA, we accept what we get as it is. There's no need to change this. There's no need to make any apply any rule, and just accept what written on the title page. Whatever the written on title page, just need to copy that and let you go. This is actually the very first rule. Let me tell you other. So the abbreviations are eliminated in RDA. What does it mean? You have to remember the abbreviations, lots of abbreviations in when you perform cataloging through ACR2. For example, P, let me open laser pointer. Okay. For example, P dot, it's for pages. CA is for approximately. Similar, we have IE for that is, and we use COL for color, ILL for illustration, ARR for arrange, and more we have. ED for addition. If the publisher not identify, we use SN in ACR2. But in RDA, we use the whole phrase as it is. If there's 3 volumes or 4 volumes, we need to write VOL dot in ACR2. But in RDA, we just write 3 volumes as it is. Similar for this, we use B dot for born and the year of born, and then D dot for death and then year of death. I mean, this is something we need to remember in ACR2, but in RDA, there's no need to remember. And similar for century. But not all abbreviations are eliminated. We have MIN, it's for minutes, and it's same as it is. SEC, this is same as it is. IN for inch, minutes, second, inch, centimeters, they all are same as it is. Let me stop my screen for a few seconds so you will see all of them once again. And then this. 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 So this is actually the second thing in RDA. The second major difference. Abbreviations are eliminated. Okay, the next thing, the next rule in RDA is about misspellings and punctuation. We accept the misspellings and punctuation as it is in RDA. So here we have 2 titles. It's The World According to Garp and If I Became President with sign of continuation. There you can see, let me open the laser point. So there you can see the spelling of world is actually wrong. WROLD instead of WORLD. In ACR2, we use this sign SIC within bracket after the incorrect word, but in RDA we accept the misspellings as it is, and we correct it this in other titles like this. Title should read and the sign of continuation. And then the correct title. Similar for the punctuation. In ACR2, we use this title if I became president with continuation sign like this. If I became president and then double dash. This is double dash. And in RDA, we accept the sign of continuation as it is. So there's no need to change the source title. Punctuation and misspellings, whatever we receive from the source. Okay, the next rule is about parallel titles and sources for statement of responsibility. So let's talk about parallel title. If there is parallel title, there is some other language title with the title of English. For example, here we have a book title, A Brief Introduction to Economics, with an Urdu title. It's Maashiyaat Ka Mukhtasar Taruf. So how we actually enter this in ACR2 according to ACR2 rules in mark format. So here we have one field. We are going to start one field with equal sign and then mark tag for title and then two indicators and then dollar sign as delimiter and the subfield. After this, we will write the title a brief like this. Introduction to that's all. For other title, for parallel title, we use other title tag. For example, 246 we use, I don't remember the indicator, but I just write the default and delimiter, and then I is for other titles, and there we have to provide parallel. This is the right spelling. Parallel title on cover. Hope I'm right. And then colon, and there we have to provide the Urdu title. It's Maashiyaat Ka. Okay. Hope I'm right. Okay, this way you will write the parallel title in other title tag with other title tag, not with the title tag. In RDA, okay. In RDA, we use the same thing. 245 for the title, and then indicator, double indicator. We use double indicator and delimiter. Remember, this is actually the mark structure. This is not RDA. Subfield code. This I mean to say this is actually mark, and then the title. Brief introduction to and within same field we use the parallel title with equal sign, and then the delimiter, and then subfield code for the parallel title. Same subfield code we use for the subtitle, and then we write. Let me copy this. And we can also use the other title field in RDA like this. Taller I. So this way we actually write the parallel title in RDA. In AACR2 we use this format. So if you have any confusion, you can ask to me how we can put the parallel title and other title in RDA. Okay. The next thing, okay. Similar, you can check an example here. Here we have one example for parallel title. It's English Turkish dictionary, and in RDA, ACR2 we use this format. In ACR2 we use this format, and we use this. This is actually the parallel title. Then we use the other title as well with the parallel title. So, sources for statement of responsibility. The statement of responsibility is after the title, who actually write this book, who is actually the editor of this book, or whatever. So in ACR2, the title page only we use for other title. If we take information from the verse of the title page or some other title page, we actually put bracket within the statement of responsibility. So you can see this is actually one title, and we put this editor from the verse of the title page. So we use bracket within the statement of responsibility in ACR2 format. But in RDA, the title page is the first choice, but other places are okay on the resources. No bracket unless the cataloger supplies. If cataloger wish to supply bracket, it's okay, but there is no need to provide bracket within the statement of responsibility if you're taking from other sources. Other than title page. So, and after this, we have another important thing. Rule of 3 is gone. So what does it mean, rule of 3? In ACR2, we actually use ATL after the third author. In RDA, there's no need to use ATL. We need to provide all the author as it is. Okay, so here we have one title. It's actually one of the fake title, New Cataloging Rules by David Patrick, Robert Vinay, Farooq Ahmed, and Andrew M. William. So in RDA, we actually write this like this. It's 245 for title, and then the indicator, the delimiter, and the subfield code, and the title. It's New Cataloging Rules. And then again the dollar sign, and then subfield code for statement of responsibility. There we have actually put the first author, then we can write Apple. Okay. Bracket or after the third author we can write this option. There you have actually option to write till third author, and then you can put the ATL, or you can do this like this in ACR. But in RDA, 245, then is actually for this is marked structure, and then we put the title. It's new cataloging rule. $C for statement of responsibility, and then we can put all of them as it is. Not going to copy them. Let me copy. Okay. So this is way we can write in RDA, and there's no need to ATL, and we use another tag for co-authors, I mean from second author or whatever. Remember actually the subfield code. Okay, so there we have to invert the author, Patrick, David, and then we have option to write the second author, I mean the third author and the fourth author, I mean, or anymore. So this actually is some important in RDA. The rule of 3 is not more now. Okay. So there we have one example. It's one title, calculus. There you can see this is title in ACR2, and if there 4 plus author, list the first author and then title. This is actually in ACR2. So the calculus is one of the title, and then we have subtitle, single variable, and then the author, first author, and then title. That's all. And similar for RDA, I mean in RDA the title and the subtitle and then all of the co-author. So we have to list all of them, and then we have the another tag for the co-author. I mean the second from second author to onward, but it's optional actually according to the cataloger. Hope you can listen me. It's some okay anyway. Rules for addition is no more. Let me tell you, if the source say like this, for example, if the source say the first addition like this in words, we use actually this format to write in ACR2. If the source say like this in this format, we use as it is. But in RDA, if the source provide the first addition, I mean this is statement in the word format, so we will use as it is. And if the source say like this, we will use as it is. So this is actually transcribe what you see. Change in terminologies and no more GMD. This is something important to understand. So let me tell you terminologies first. By terminologies, actually, I mean some important books. For example, the Bible. The spelling of Bible is remain the same. The spelling of Quran is actually changed. It's in RDA. It's QUR apostrophe and AN Quran. And then Talmud. The spelling of Talmud is remain the same. And then GMD, we provide GMD in ACR2. So the journal material description is GMD, and there's no need to provide GMD, but instead to GMD we have to provide three more fields in RDA: the content type, media type, and the carrier type. And these three fields are actually mandatory, except the second one, 337, actually the media type. If you provide the media type, that's okay, but it's not actually mandatory in the rules. Okay, let me tell you, here we have one record according to ACR2. We can see this is actually the author, and this is actually the title, and then we have the physical description, 268 pages, and same thing are here, 26 pages, and then title, author, title, and then the physical description. And after physical description we provide these three additional fields as a GMD. GMD has no more now. So it's 336 for RDA content. What is actually the content of this particular source? This is actually the book. So the content would be text. Then the media, RDA media. What is actually the media for this particular source? So it's actually unmediated. There's no media required for book. And then 338 is actually for carrier. So carrier would be volume. So let me tell you more about this field. So if there's a book, so in 336 we will write text, and in 337 we will write unmediated, and in 338 we will write volume. If there's book on cassette, we will write a spoken word, then audio, and then audio cassette. If there's a book on CD, we will write the spoken word, audio as a media, and then audio disc as a carrier. Okay. Okay. Similar for all these. If there's a DVD, for example, we will write two-dimensional moving image, and then we will write the video, and then video disc in 336, 337, and 338. Okay, so this is actually some important. Let me tell you further about this field. When we come to the complete RDA record, I'll tell you this. But these three fields are mandatory in RDA. So imprint replaced from tag 260 to 264. In Mark we have a tag for imprint 260. In RDA we have a tag for imprint, it's 264. What does it mean by imprint? It's place of publication, the date of publication, and the publisher itself. So here we have complete Mark record. There you can see this is the language of it in English, and its description is it's ISBD, and if there's some A, that's mean it's ACR2, and you can see the source of cataloging. This is actually English book or English for English audience, and then E, this is it's RDA record. It's 040. It's actually for source of catalog. So this is actually RDA record for English book speaking audience, and then you can see is actually 264. This is something the imprint portion. So there you can see the place of publication, the publisher itself, and then the year of publication, and then it's actually repeatable. So this year is actually also repeated as a copyright year, and then we have the three mandatory field here. It's instead of GMD. 336 is RDA content, 337 RDA media, 338 it's RDA carrier. So we have to provide all these three fields in RDA record, and Here we have some associate mark field, I mean the mark tag with the ACR2 catalog. The cataloging source would be 040. For example, this is 040 as a cataloging source. For author, we use 100 tag. For title, we use 245A and B as a subfield, and then a statement of responsibility will come in 245C, and then we have addition statement 250AB, and the production statement 264, and the publication statement 264, distribution statement 264. I mean, similar, you can see that this is actually content type 336, and then $2. In $2 we will write the RDA content, RDA media, RDA carrier. Okay, this is the way. And the for series statement we'll use 490, and for numbering of series we will use 490V as a subfield code, and that's all. So if you want to read more about marks, there are lots of literature available on the internet, so you can find them, or you can contact me if you want to learn more about mark and RDA. So you can contact me. I'm most happy to serve you. So thank you very much. You are watching Raflims. This is Farooq Hussain, and my concern is not to teach you librarianship once again, but my concern is actually to talk on library technologies. And this is some important to discuss the concept initially. When we come to the practical side of cataloging and metadata management, we actually must know about the concept. So, and I would also like to add, please stay home, stay safe during the pandemic of COVID-19, and you must actually follow the government and WHO advisory, and take care of yourself and keep watching RAFLIM. Watch all my videos to learn. So never stop learning. This is Farooq Hussain, and you are watching RAFLIM. Thank you very much.